Alrighty, boys and girls, back at it on the Dodge Caravan with the what the hell's the motor in this thing? 3.6. What do we got here? 3.6 liter VVT. Okay, we picked this thing up. Paid too much money for it, to be honest with you, but what the hell? It's only money. No heat. Coolant was full of oil from this little catastrophe right here. That's the one laying in the pan there. So we seemed to get all the oil out of it. We had lots of sludge, some creamy, cheesy looking stuff. So yeah, now we're gonna do a flush on it. So we've wet it. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liters of distilled water so far to do the flush and get that nasty stuff out. And then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in some this stuff here, solder seal gunk, super radiator flush, heavy duty, removes toughest rust. Well, we don't have rust, we just got scale and sludge, but the vehicle does have front heat now, which is awesome. My daughter's gonna love that. So what we did was we kept flushing it out with the distilled water. We flushed the heck out of it to get all that out. Say hi, Jake.
Hi.
Okay, so Jake's giving me a hand here. We're working on this. We're going to get that done, and we'll probably end up doing a transmission. Look at that. A transmission, whatchamacallit there, filter and half the fluid change, because you can't change it all, to get this thing super roadworthy. So right now we're going to open the radiator, God help us, and put in some of that stuff, so magic stuff there. Got a little bit of pressure there. Okay, I'm going to put this hose back on because it might squirt a little bit. So there we go. She's violent. Us old guys know how to do this shit. Woo! Hot. But hey, the rad cap's super clean now. There is that. So we know it reached pressurization temperature. What is that? 16-pound rad cap. I don't think it was 16 pounds because I could squeeze the hose pretty good. When you can squeeze the hose and not feel much resistance, you know how to build pressure. But when the water goes atmospheric, it does boil right away. So you got to be super, super, super careful. So let's see if we can get that stuff in. Stand by. So this magical stuff says 10 or 15 minutes of runtime, and you're good to go. So I'll tell you what I did. I back flushed the heater cores. This vehicle has 2 because it's got rear heat. So I disconnected this hose here, and I pumped some compressed air into that, and it came backwards out of here. So that must have meant it made the trip all the way around the system. Because if you blow in this way and it comes out of this guy when it's unhooked, then you know. So that's what we did. Oh, I'm getting full heat right away. This hose wasn't getting hot, now it's getting hot. So that's a good sign. Stand by, we'll take an internal temperature. We got to run this thing 10 minutes anyway. Alright, flush is done. That's what came out of it. Believe it or don't, with that engine oil cooling device slash filter assembly.
It contaminates your cooling water if it leaks. There
was lots of oil coming in out of that radiator at first. So we got full heat, as you guys saw in the video. We're pretty happy about that. It's just going to go underneath there and drain out the flush. We can pull the engine temperature down now with the heater core. That's how you know it's working. I'm not an auto mechanic. I don't pretend to be an auto mechanic. I am a bit of a mechanic, and we just have lots of fun doing this crap, fixing these funky cars. So we got a gas cap problem. I think the gas cap's broken. It sits in there, but it wobbles around. It doesn't sit nice. So we'll have to order up a gas cap for it, and it does throw a light. And then we had the cooling fan light come on, but the cooling fan runs fine, so I'm not sure. I'll look further into that, see what's going on. So we're just gonna dump out the rest of that engine flush and get ready to prep it for new coolant. And I think what I'll do is pull that heater hose off again and blow out everything that we can possibly get out of it. Now that it's working so nice, I'm pretty pumped, pretty happy about that. Turned out very well. Actually, it could have been much worse. We're gonna go with Green Antifreeze, just because why not? We're gonna put that in there and see what happens. Probably void the warranty. And then we're gonna do the tranny service. So I'm not doing too bad. We're getting her. Stand by and we'll get this. You can see there it was foaming up pretty good, which is a good thing. So we'll get that cleaned out and we'll go from there. Yeah, so what we're doing here is mixing concentrate with distilled water. We're doing it with a 1 liter at a time, or a quart at a time. Rotate it the other way. There we go, gently. So it's 1 and 1. And we should have enough to make 8, I think. Yeah, 8 liters. So we'll see how much that is. So that's how you mix concentrate. We're using a graduated funnel that has a shut-off valve on it. Pretty cool.
There.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll do the water now. That should be 1.
We used a lot of water to clean this thing. I don't know how many jugs we used to flush this thing out. She was pretty messy. There you go. Well, we got screaming hot heat coming out of her now, boys and girls. I'll tell you what. Put the temperature probe down there. Turn this bad boy on. We got the Fluke 51. Boy, I got a lot of equipment. Is it gonna come to life? Hello, come on, Fluke. Uh-oh, we got battery problems? I don't know. Stand by, I'll see if I can get it to light. Alrighty, boys and girls, out on a road trip here in the Grand Caravan. Is that where we're in? With the amazing 3.6 Pentastar engine in it. After we did the oil cooler filter assembly swap out, and we did a coolant system flush because there was no heat. Now the heat in here would make you want to puke. It's so hot in here now, so that's always a good thing. No engine light, but it's throwing a coolant engine light, and I don't know why. A coolant fan. I gotta figure that out because the fan works fine. So there's something goofy going on. Fan control? Was it fan control?
It's fan control.
Yeah, fan control. So I'll look that code up and see what's going on with these Dodgies. Everything seems to be okay. The blower motor for the heat's a wee bit noisy. It's gonna have to get replaced. Check the AC. AC blows ice cubes, so that's always a good thing. Although you won't need it a day like today. The cruise control is not working. I haven't figured that out yet, so we'll get around to that. Trying to remember what else. Everything else so far seems to be good. And we'll just give her a try and go from there. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this video up because so far everything's good. We'll do a transmission filter change and oil change on it tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to video that. There's not much point in it. We'll see how that goes. So we're just doing a little 60-kilometer highway trip just to see if it's okay and see how that goes. Alrighty. So that'll be it. That'll be it. That's all. So remember, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not an auto mechanic. I'm a mechanic, but I'm not an auto mechanic. But done a lot of work on cars, race cars, all kinds of cars, muscle cars. Old cars, new cars, so we're getting better at it all the time. I think we cured this heat problem. I don't know. Is that where the temp gauge normally sits on a Dodge Grand Caravan? Because that's what we got, and the heat seems to be plenty good. So, at any rate, we'll talk to you soon. Subscribe, ring the bell, check back often. Bye now.